Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
Good afternoon, everyone. Phil Penarski here with the Wood TV Live Desk. Hope you're all having a great start to your Monday. Roller derby season is back here in Grand Rapids, and it's actually already underway as Grand Raggidy continues to put on great performances across West Michigan. And to talk a little bit more about this upcoming season, the history of the team, and just how everyone can come out and support them, we are now being joined by Jennifer O'Reek. She is the part owner of the team, and Mandy Samuels, who is the head of PR and sponsorship. Ladies, how are you both doing today?
Hi, good. Doing great, thanks.
Yeah, no, glad we were able to get you guys on the live desk. First things first, though, how is the season going so far? You guys already have a few games under your belt. How has the season started?
It's going good. We had our first game last week, our doubleheader, so we had the All-Stars take home a win, and Attack had a really great game. They didn't quite make the win, but so far we're doing really great. We have a lot of new skaters, so it's turned out to be a fun season.
Mm-hmm. Right, and for people that are watching, you know, a lot of people are probably familiar with the term roller derby or familiar about the sport, but maybe don't know a whole lot regarding some of the rules or just the basics surrounding it. But instead of asking just, you know, generically what is roller derby, what do you both kind of enjoy about being a part of this team and really the sport itself, just seeing how much it's grown really in popularity over the past couple of years?
Yeah, for myself, I love the full contact part of the sport. It's always a great workout. You make a lot of new friends. Your teammates are out there with you. So I think just mainly the full contact part of the sport.
For me, it's the friendships and the connections that I've made along the way. I did it first as just a new form of exercise, a new sport to try, and I'm hooked on that and also really connected with my friends.
Mm-hmm. No, right. And how long have you both been really participating in roller derby and really just enjoying the sport in general?
I started about 17 years ago skating. So I didn't know how to skate at the time, so the league had to teach me. So it was a great learning experience.
I've been on the team for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you've obviously have enjoyed it. You guys have stuck around and really been a part of Grand Raggidy and really building it up. Grand Raggidy, of course, is part of the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. Again, kind of a little bit of backstory regarding roller derby as a sport. Can you both sort of speak to the history maybe about that league and how it came to be and really where it's taken off to today?
Sure. So WFTDA, the Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Association, started back in 2004, 2005 to really revamp and bring back roller derby. It was hard, though, with bank tracks because for bank tracks, you need a facility. The tracks usually stay up the entire time. So it had a little spin on it of more of a flat track game. And then the rules were very different. We have penalty boxes. I compared a lot to hockey. So they built rules around that, and it's just grown ever since. WFTDA now is an organization that supports approximately, I know there's more than 400 leagues across 6 different continents, so it's a lot of, we get to play teams across the world, which is very interesting. And not all teams are part of that organization. There are some teams, even in Michigan, that are just independent leagues that we play, including Kalamazoo, who we are playing this weekend. So we play by the same rules and set and everything. It's just ranked differently.
Right. No, and you mentioned earlier about the two teams that are part of Grand Raggidy, the All-Stars and the Attack. Could you kind of go into a little bit about the differences between the two teams and really who their competition is more focused on?
Sure. So the All-Star team is our ranked team for WFTDA. We compete in our region to go to tournaments. And then our Attack team is our home team that plays mostly local teams around the Midwest. And they compete for rankings just within the state. And our state has a tournament every October where they compete in it to beat out the other teams in the state.
And one thing I know a lot of people watching are very focused on and really kind of want to know a little bit more about is really the matches themselves. When they show up to these games, what can they sort of expect to see? So, I think that would probably be the next question I have is if people decide to come out to some of these matches with Grand Raggidy, what can they sort of expect to see? Is there you know, just like the spirit of the competition and really everything else that's going on every match day?
Yeah, it's intense competition, but it's also a lot of fun. There's obviously the two halves of the derby game, so there's a lot of full contact hitting, yelling on the track. You'll see girls flying across the track. It's a lot of excitement. And there's also a lot of fun involved. You'll see some good sportsmanship happening on the track between the teams. Everyone's really respectful. And then during the halftime portion of the games, there's usually some games that we do to get the crowd involved and spectators and fans involved. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone.
Right, something for everybody, I think, is a good way of putting that. But one other thing that I found really interesting, and we kind of touched on it a little bit before the stream, Mandy, kind of setting up this interview, was the nicknames or the derby names that you guys all take on. I find those to be super entertaining. It adds a little bit of a wrestling flair, I feel like. You both have unique derby names that I really love to know a little bit more about. How did you guys sort of settle on those names? What is sort of the protocol for picking these names and sort of the importance of having these names for the games?
My derby name is Scootaloo, and mine's more just for fun. I really enjoyed My Little Pony when I was little, and Scootaloo is a character in My Little Pony. My name rhymes with a lot, and my number is 22, so Scootaloo 22.
My story is not nearly as fun. I had a hard time coming up with a name. I didn't, for a while, I didn't think I was going to pick a name. And then just one of my friends suggested, and I thought it was a fun play, having Lucy Morals as a play on loose morals. So
yeah,
it was just fun.
Yeah, when you both kind of have those names, I mean, you mentioned that maybe some people don't have the derby names, but is it sort of like give you another vote of confidence when you're out there playing, or is it, just a different persona that you put on, or is it really just for fun?
A little of both, maybe.
Yeah.
Some people do it just for fun. Some people use nicknames that they've had from childhood. Some people, it maybe turns them into an alter ego and gives them that that edge on the track. There's many different reasons why people pick derby names or don't.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. And Jennifer and Mandy, again, I really do appreciate you guys coming on the live desk today. Before we go, typically with things like this, I like to give everybody the final chance, the final word to really, get people out there, especially to these matches. I think the more people, the merrier it will be. So again, why should people come on out to these Grand Raggidy matches over the next couple of weeks? Again, I do want to remind everybody that if you're interested, we do have more information over on our website, woodtv.com. But Jennifer and Mandy, why should people head on out, and what is the best way for them to get tickets to these events?
You can get tickets through brownpapertickets.com. You can go to visit our website, our Facebook event page, or if you know a skater, pre-sale, you can get a ticket for $10. I think that the biggest part, especially if you haven't been to Derby, it's just something new. It's a new experience. It could be a fun date night, bring the kids, get everybody involved. It's a great atmosphere. We have quite a few followers that come out and root us on, and it's a great, loud, fun event.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, couldn't have said it better than Jennifer just did. So again, I want to thank you both for coming on the live desk. It has been an honor being able to talk to you guys about roller derby and really Grand Raggidy in general. As a reminder to everybody, there is a doubleheader this Saturday at Griff's Georgetown Ice Arena. All that information and also the upcoming events as well for Grand Raggidy can be found right now over on our website, woodtv.com. If you're watching us on Facebook, I encourage you to check out the story right now that goes along with this stream in the description box and in the comment section. Jennifer and Mandy, thank you again Thank you so much for coming out on the live desk today.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, and I want to thank everybody else for tuning into this latest edition of the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm Phil Pinarski, and we hope you have a great rest of your day.